It's the mighty good word, party folk. It's your mile high priest. I'm up here, up about a mile high on Mars's day. It's Tuesday, April 23rd. What's good, collective? This message is for the collective. No matter your sign placement, this may or may not resonate with you. I still strongly suggest checking out your sign placement readings and the other collective readings. Party folk, what's good? It's been Mercury retrograde. I'll leave it at that. Gosh, yes. I also wanted to say, because a lot of my Mercury retrograde issues this week are due to loud sound, but I do have Mars in Scorpio, which it's the sound of cars, like it's significant in my life, even though it's meaningless, right? But it could mean that traffic noise, no matter where I live, it exists. So like you're getting it in this recording until I can afford a soundproof studio, or until I learn how to soundproof, or that sort of thing. I apologize. And also, I have a Uranus placement that means there's a strong preference to want to live in a higher rise type thing. So like, I feel very spiritualized, but my astrology still calls for me to live in a louder environment. I don't know. Do with that information as you will. I did want to just give a disclaimer that is very general, and I believe every tarot reader, no matter your style, or oracle, no matter your style, I think that everyone has this disclaimer, and it is just very general that tarot is triggering. I personally, and this is not to compare or relate myself, I'm sure a lot of readers have their mission more defined, or more appropriately defined to their senses. And what I want to provide to you is to move through false hope with inspired action, right? Or move through false hope and faith to real hope and faith into inspired action. This means real movement after inner work. So it sounds rushed and fast, and it shouldn't be. My email is milehighpriest@gmail.com. It's in the about section. $30 for 15-minute reads, $60 for 30-minute reads, $120 for 1-hour reads. Email me at milehighpriest@gmail. I'll send you a private link with a video, but we got to talk first. Yes, I believe we should just kick into it. Magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings, queens, royals. This is your scorpionic, alchemical, dark full moon in Scorpio. Okay. The secret to bursting out. I am your mercurial informant with your divine messages for your inspiration, your human exaltation, your spiritual evolution through space and time, spaces and times. Thank you so much for being here. I honor you, and I honor your path and your decisions. I'm very grateful for our energetic exchange. Thank you so much again for being here. Happy full moon in Scorpio. We're just coming off of a major aspect with Jupiter and Uranus that we've all heard about. And right before the full moon apex is a square between the moon and Pluto in Aquarius. So this is very significant in that it reflects a lot on how we've been communicating, and perhaps because of what has happened and transpired in the last year and a half, there is a kind of tangential discovery with this full moon in Scorpio about communication via like devices, right? Like all sorts of communication, social media, and otherwise, right? Connected devices. It's triggering a change, and I just wanted to mention that. It is triggering a change that is based on this full moon's highlight of the new value system that we've been generating and talking about since last year. This moon relates to the new moon eclipse in Scorpio at the end of October 2022. There was a first quarter moon when the sun was in Leo. The moon was in its first quarter phase in Scorpio at the end of July, and we are now at this full moon in Scorpio phase to mark the longer lunation family cycle. And it will end at the beginning of the year of 2025 when the sun is in Aquarius. So yeah, it doesn't seem to connect. By the way, I also am an astrologer, so I'm a tarotist and an astrologer. Anyway, back to the message. You're coming from a spiritually enlightened, spiritually exalted moment. You may not even know it. This may be very subconscious, certainly not unconscious, right? It is with consciousness that you have come to awareness, perhaps psychic awareness. Perhaps there's a depth to your psychic ability that you are honoring. It takes truth and courage, right? So not easier said than actually processed, right? Self-worth, courage. It takes courage to come to define self-worth because there is a relative aspect to it, right? Coming from little worth of the self, perhaps, or coming from worth that was based on systems that don't mean much to you anymore. You're not alone. We're all we're all here with we're here with you connected. Okay, yeah, coming together requires work. I wrote this in chopped up phrases, and I'm actually laughing at myself because I'm completing full sentences that I just wrote as phrases. So certainly love messages are difficult for me as a tarot reader to read because I don't know who's done the work. Have both parties or all parties involved done the work? I don't know. And I mean all types of love relationships, mostly romantic, right? Intimate romantic relationship. But I mean, this is all types. I am specifically referencing romantic, right? Like, I know all relationships of all types are difficult, but only because they take work, right? Or because they do take work. If there has been work done on the self, and especially the self, there's still a need to honor self-secure and feeling secure in the self. So this moon is highlighting all of these aspects. I know it sounds fancy and free, and it just takes a lot of work, and that's what tarot is, and that's the reason why I mix in astrology, Kabbalah, and other forms of magical philosophy to help you to find what avenue to take to develop yourself. Speaking in terms of evolving your emotional intelligence, your physiological performance, if you will. I'm not a doctor or medical professional. And that's where I come from, and that's it. All right, cool. So I have now taken up a lot of your time. There are noises occurring. I want to delve into the full moon messages. What is the full moon asking you to release? What is the full moon highlighting or illuminating in you? And what are your next steps or the advice, right? Thank you so much, Sun God Ra, Goddess Isis, Mercury, angels, archangels, spirits, the highest light. Okay, here we are. Take time to breathe out. So release the breath, release control, right? Allow natural processes to occur. Allow alchemical states to bubble up and surface, right? Allow the geyser to push through and break through. These are things that you've been trying to break down little by little. It's like, it is very much the symbol of the water droplet bearing down on a rock and weathering it away, right? Notice where that has occurred in your life and then acknowledge the breakthrough, what is actually coming through now that you've been able to create this fissure and like break what is trying to push through and come out. Thank you so much, Sun God Ra, Goddess Isis, Mercury, angels, spirits of the highest light, archangels. So what's the full moon in Scorpio asking you? You know, it's really funny because it's teetering between false hope, false faith based on old belief systems. It's hope and faith in destined and creative, passionate, new world systems, right? It's faith and placing hope in the new, okay, after having looked at aspects that need tending to, right? It's the full moon in Scorpio. It ain't that glamorous. This is what you need to release, though. You need to like wander also. This inability to decide, make the decision. The decision has been made, and it is honoring the decision so that you can just release the pressure. And it is that you yourself have declared that you did not want to take on any path that is without any true like destiny and true will, true direction. And here you are, you have come to it. You have come to a pivotal point that now directs you to keep true faith in check. Okay, now inspired action, now move. I feel you, collective. I feel you. Okay. So yes, confidence is your key to success. How well does that message blend, right? Step out of your comfort zone, the North Node card. So yes, it is about purpose. It is about humility. The reason we do the work and then release, rest, right? Recover, secure ourselves, secure our new power. Okay, why invest time in acknowledging and honoring what we've been through? Because then we are offered humility, okay, to help, to encourage, and to assist and help others stabilize in unconditional loving manner, not in an overgiving. Please do not ever believe that I'm asking you to give to a cause or to a entity that is draining and not supportive of your passion, your career, your job, your life, your family, your self-love, your love, your romance. In no way, shape, or form would I ever want to provide any such advice or direction. And that's why I was maybe going off about the relationship things, because this is part of it, right? Like, how much of yourself are you going to allow to shine? And why is it a question when really it is more about being outside of the comfort zone and being your true self, and not in a like ditzy or, you know, I understand that there are like more sides than just two, but if we want to provide extreme ends, then it is either too founded in practical matters or too destabilized in fantasy. And I even see, I don't know, it's difficult for me to even put this into a sentence, because like now I read for couples and it's like it's like the ancestors are just gonna like shake you and rattle you and ask you to look at yourself, and maybe that's where I go wrong and where I don't actually explain myself properly and inform you that I am asking you to look at yourself. If you're here, I'm asking you to look at yourself. If you and your partner or your potential partner are both watching, then I'm speaking to both of you, right? Especially in this collective reading, like, oh wow, look, this is fancy. You know, through the drudgery, the word is still fancy. The word of the full moon in Scorpio for me, right? Thank you so much, Sandra Says. Y'all, I really didn't know what flavor I was going to take these, this reading. Yeah, I believe that you have hit a point where you now, there is a return, okay? Go up, now up. 8 of stones wanted to come out. And we talk about the work, okay? Scorpio requires work. Scorpio is psychological. Wow, and then it's shining the light, right? The Hermit, shining the light on duty, okay? It doesn't mean, again, incorporating, okay, grounding yourself in spiritual daily routine, right? And then working with that, honoring that, no matter what your situation, right? Career, job, otherwise. I have here the Wanderer's Tarot that I've been using during these full moon and Scorpio readings. And then I have here card number 7 of stones. So 7 of pentacles. I have here card number 11, Justice. And then I have here card number Ace of stones, Ace of pentacles. Obviously, this is like a very practical, grounded message, but it comes from having seen something. It comes from having experienced like something deeply a deep effect and a deep affectation. Like, it is something where you have been affected deeply. It is something that has been actually requiring process, and so you, because of the work that is occurring, okay, it is coming back to balance. So it is temperance. It's now, okay, you have been actually working to come to this, and now it is that crossroads, and more so not crossroads, is actually having direction, actually knowing the next steps. Okay, why? Because you actually decided that there are blocks that need clearing. You've been working on that. Okay, now it feels like the true testament of time almost. But keep going. Your confidence is waning perhaps because of how the pummeling, right? Like very much the David and Goliath. Okay. it's not putting down that, right? It's putting down the biggest obstacle that was there, that you were carrying the weight. Now put the weight down, because that is not meant to come into, okay? Not meant to come with you. There are certain things that do bind you and do hold you back. And that's what this full moon highlights, right? What actually distracts you and detracts you from having faith, keeping the faith, what actually detracts you and distracts you from releasing the old, from where you come from only a point of coming from that experience, right? Like now, having processed, left, having learned. I have here the personal values oracle that I created from the values card sort. I just want to like let a few of the cards fly out. Thank you so much, Sun God Rock, Goddess Isis. I didn't know besides the Moonology, and then I went off about the astrology forever, but I hope that message resonated with you. If it did, please, Sacred Union, please feel free to hit the like, also share. Okay, also, yes, please feel free to share. I know a lot of you have been sharing the videos, so I really appreciate it. And I also appreciate all the comments and that you like the videos. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Look, genuineness. Wow, and it is all the fixed signs. Sun in Taurus. Okay, happy birthday to all the Taurus. These are all the parts of the longer lunation phase, so it is very significant. At least to me, I can see that this full moon in Scorpio is, in the terms of a longer lunation phase, is tied to the aspects with the Sun in Leo, Sun in Taurus, and Sun in Aquarius. And we have here Sun, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo, okay? So it is a culmination of this 2.5-year cycle, but we are smack dab in this illumination phase, right? Of coming together with a new reality that is coming after huge realizations of how to give based on self-worth, self-acknowledgement, self-care, self-love, all of those things. Romantic vision and practical vision. Balance between the two. Also having space, creating space, honoring God, okay? Carrying the space, right? To honor magic and to honor intelligence and to honor creative spirit and health, because the Hermit is Virgo. Look, what were we saying? Humility, okay? Rewind the message. Humility. Get excited. It says get excited. Humility, why? Because that's what Uranus says. You're never going to keep what you're manifesting if it's meaningless, right? If it's founded in non-destined, if it's founded in acquiring, if it's founded in competition, in strife, okay, out of malice, jealousy. We have here abundance, though, so we're leaning into positive, optimistic results. Why? Because we're actually leading to positive, optimistic results, okay, out of worry into actual, like, getting excited, right? Coming out of whatever you want to call it, defeat, loss. Thank you so much, Symbiote, past, present, future, archangels, ascended masters of the highest level. Yeah, so like this is your year of abundance, as everyone wants to reference it, right? The year of the dragon, inspired action in work to actually create movement and actually get to a team or working effort, or actually sculpting and continuing of sculpting your in continuation of sculpting your career and your path. Ooh, we have, oh my gosh, yeah. Well, of course, look, Ace of Discs. Okay, breakthrough moment now. Full moon in Scorpio illumination. I love it. Going towards wealth. Okay, make now your moves. Make your inspired moves. I believe that you are. And look, we have all these having come out of cycles that I know were that they felt like you had to come out of that detrimental space where emotions were in flux, where mentality was unclear, okay, where your body maybe felt out of line. I feel you, collective. And now get excited, okay? Now move out of old spaces to where you are being led, right? To where the light shines. By direction from God, okay? And higher will, okay? For work, prudence, card number 8 of discs, and we have card number 3 of discs. The work card, and then the 4 of wands, completion. And then 8 of pentacles is prudence, right? We have the fiery princess of wands. All fire signs, okay? Based on earth. Again, inspired spiritual action based in earthly pursuit, okay? But the inspiration must now move, okay? Okay, it takes humility and it takes genuine self-admission, right? Clarity also. If you're unclear, I feel you. There's times when there's a need for clarity. I feel you. This is that moment. We do have card number 11 for wands, and then we have card number Ace of Pentacles and card number Ace of Swords, okay? We have the Ace of Pentacles twice because we also have the Ace of Stones. And I'm saying Ace of Pentacles, but these cards are Ace of Stones and Ace of Discs, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So there's significance there too. And now that you see more, right? Your psychic awareness. Maybe it doesn't translate into this. It doesn't mean you read tarot or you read the stars like the Mile High Priest or all the fine tarot readers and astrologers and oracle. Maybe you are intuitive. Maybe you have sense, stability, keen intelligence, awareness. Okay, you have drive and passion to create. That takes intuition. It takes guts. Okay, you gotta know things. You gotta know how to wield. Okay, power. Wow, as we cut the deck, the Emperor and the Devil. Wield power, right? Double-edged sword. For good, for bad. You're saying for balance. Great. You got to do, but you gotta come out of that stronghold, right? Are you gonna come out of the stronghold? You're saying yes, 3 of Cups, abundance. 3 of Cups, abundance. It's around you. It's the effect that you have. Holy wow, look. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles. That's 3 Ace of Pentacles. Okay. It's gonna take clearing out the ego with ego. It's gonna, this is what's happening around you. So if it's happening to you, you're not alone, right? Ego death, rise above it. It's humility, right? It takes humility because you gotta go, you gotta move, right? Look, the world, double for work, for contracts, for good, to use power for good practical matters, right? We have so many like synchronicities here. I have card number 21, the world does the outcome. So like, and then I split the deck, the lovers. It's like, yeah, are you ready to make good choices? Because the bad choices never leave, right? What is the full moon in Scorpio illuminating? Good, bad, the ugly, the swampy, the steamy, the sulfuric stinky, okay? Where are you going? To pristine, fancy, beauty, romance, love, vision, in on earth, practical romance. Just kidding. It's just like the reality, right? Like you can have good on this bountiful earth. Look, the lovers just peeks through. The angels, the archangels say, yes, you can create good with power. Now, do so, child of the universe. Do so, child of God. Okay? I didn't know this message would turn out to be delightful. I have felt that I have had to be very stern with myself, and in turn it seeps out onto others. And I'm realizing that I am helping people that I did not know I was going to help. So I don't know. It like I would love to come to it, but time moves forward. Time waits for no. Time is not waiting for me, so I'm not without karmic effect. Okay, y'all, I'm not any better than anyone else. I'm downloading messages that also affect me. Even when I'm reading for you, I'm being affected. I appreciate you. Maybe maybe I will have a better studio to come until until then. I've got stars to read, and I've got tarot to read, and I don't know if people care at this point. They just would like for me to read for them. If you like for me to read for you, please hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, please share, please like, please subscribe, hang out, leave me a comment, leave me a message, say whatever you want to say. If we don't agree, I'll still be very kind to you. Get some rest, hydrate. Email me if you want to talk about readings, or if you want to direct the comment directly at me. milehighpriest@gmail.com. Talk to y'all really soon. Keep it so real, keep it so light. I send you all the love, all the light. I honor you, I honor your path. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I have so much gratitude for our energetic exchange. I'll be back with more messages. Have a happy full moon in Scorpio.